Hello friends, so today we are going to see some of the constructs of HTML. So let us look at the page. Okay, so here is my HTML page. So let us look what is HTML. So HTML is basically a markup language, and which means it defines the structure of a page. Okay, and the HTML language is basically consisting of tags, and these tags define the behavior of particular text or a structure. So let us go one by one. So here we have doc type HTML, and it tells the browser that the code is in HTML5. So HTML has had several versions, and the newest recent version is HTML5, and that's why this statement tells the browser that it is HTML5. And the HTML contains mainly one tag which defines the main content of HTML starting from here, so HTML, and then we have ending tag of HTML here. So everything in between is our actual code for the page. Okay, language is equal to, this is English and this is UK is dialect. So you may define it or not, but these things are just for browser. Whenever you have published your website, what happens is the browser takes information from these tags, these attributes, and then they rank your web page according to these attributes. Okay, so this is important if you are posting your web page on internet. So HTML contains generally two tags. First is head and second is body. Everything which is visual, which is seen on the screen on the web page, is inside the body, and head is actually defining the meta tags. What is meta? Meta is the structure which defines the structure. Okay, meta is the structure which defines the actual structure. Okay, so these are doing something. These are the tags which are doing something, but this meta is defining what should they do. Okay, so that's why comes the name meta. Here we have head. We have a title here, and title is just shown on the top, can be seen easily on the top right of every browser. So we will see it. Title meta char set is equal to UTF-8, and the meta tag has an attribute char set, and char set means a set of characters. So generally if you are using English language, then you will have a UTF-8 character set. So character sets are nothing but the conversation between the binaries and actual characters. Okay, another meta is viewport. So viewport takes the input from the device. Okay, so it takes the device width and scale it. Okay, so your website can be made suited according to your device, and this is the line used to tell that your CSS file is actually man.css. So you are taking your CSS from this file. Okay, and this is telling that okay, the file should be CSS. So this is one of the way by which we include the CSS files in the HTML page. Another way is, and this is also known as external CSS, and this is the internal CSS. Everything is in between the style tags. So what does this do? H1. So every tag H1 should have color blue. The color means text color. So every tag H1 should have a text color of blue. Next thing is table. So we have a table tag, TH table header, TR table row, TD table data. So these all should have a 2 pixel border, a solid border having a black color, and border collapse is equal to collapse. What this means is, if I have 2 borders which are adjacent, then they will collapse into single border, okay, and the padding is 10 pixel. So padding is actually creates the separation between the border and the actual value and the actual area, okay, where the data is seen. Or okay, so next is body. This is the main content here, and this is the area where main content is present. So all the visible things go here. The next thing is style. So we have a H1, okay, and the style color is so this style defines the another form of CSS. So we have internal CSS, external CSS, and CSS as attribute. So every HTML has an attribute, okay. So style is attribute, and this is the value of the attribute enclosed in inverted commas, and the another attribute is ID is equal to top, and we will use it later. So this is the H1 tag, and what it does is, because it is H1 tag, everything written here should have same property as defined here, and also the updated property of here, okay. So H1 generally means heading, and in HTML we have 6 predefined tags for heading, H1 to H6, okay. But we can also modify these the sizes of them using font size, okay. And this is BR. BR actually creates a break. So whenever we think that okay, the next line should start with some space, so we should write BR here. The next thing you can see, HTML has H1 to H6 tags for heading, so it is our H3 tag. Another so style has several attributes. So actually this is the CSS. So another tag for another attribute for style is text align center. So everything written over here would be aligned in the center, okay. So you can see we have H1 to H6, but here we are only showing 2 of them. This P is another tag known as paragraph tag, and it has relatively lighter text and smaller text size. This HR is like BR but with a horizontal rule, with a horizontal line, okay. It works the same as BR, but it comes with a horizontal line too. You can write BR as this or this also, but so here we have 2 types of tags. First is the pair tags, okay. So here H1, you can see H1 starts and this is the ending tag, but some of the tags are not like this because they don't contain anything, and that's why they can be written as like this or this, but you should write this as this because it is the standard. Another thing is link. So you might have seen in the web pages that you can move from one page to another using links. So actually its name is anchor. So we have a tag anchor, which actually A signifies anchor, and whatever is written over here, you should move to this page, href. Okay, hypertext reference, and target is equal to high. Okay, so what is target? Target is the area where the new page will open. Okay, so image, the next is including an image. So image, okay, so we must have source template.png. so your image should be in the same folder as your HTML file. So source is template.png. alt is equal to template. So this is also compulsory, because if image is not present, then there should be something written over there to tell the user that okay, there was something here, and okay, here was template. That's why and width and height in pixels. You can also apply style here, and another thing you can do with anything and with images too, whenever you hover over the image, it will show you tooltip. Okay, so I will show you another thing about paragraph is the spaces are not considered. Multiple spaces are considered as a single space. Multiple enter or new lines are considered as a single space. And you can see if I write everything like this, everything would be organized in the output. But if I want the output to be as it is, for that I use a pre-tag, and you can see to define a background color of any tag, you can use the style property background color having the yellow, and font family defines the text font in which your text will be written. So here I choose the Courier. I can also use different types of formatting which are available in HTML, like bold, strong, italic text, emphasized, marked, small, deleted, inserted, subscripted, and superscript. To know, whenever you want some mathematical expression, you want to write some mathematical expression in exponents, you can use the superscript, and if you want to write the chemical formulas, then subscript is also required. So some of them are necessary. Another tag is code tag. So HTML is an easy language, so it is a code tag, and it is not that different from the paragraph tag, but as I said that it is important for the web crawlers and browser, and that's why you must have it. If the text is about code, then you must quote it. Okay, another thing is block quote. So the whole quote is actually separated, is having some kind of padding or margin from the left side automatically, and the side you must provide a side to this. Okay, and another thing I will tell you is the abbreviation. So you can see that if I write Qt on the web page, so this is the abbreviation of the quote, of the word quote. So whenever I hover over this Qt, it will show me the quote. And this ABBR is also very important just for the web crawlers. BDO is a bidirectional override. What it does is, sometimes you want to write the words just in opposite order. Here it is written as this is funny, but I want to write it as YNNUF. space SI space SIT. So what I need to do is direction is equal to RTL, and that's it. Sometimes you can have border to any tag, so here we can have it using border 2 pixel solid tomato. Tomato is the name of the color, so you can use it. Another thing is margin. Okay, so margin actually separates the tag from another elements. This is the, so last time I showed you how to refer to another web page. What if you want to go to same page but to the top of the page? So what I did is gave ID to the one of the element which is actually on the top. So I gave it ID of top, and whenever I want to go there, I'll just click here, it will move to the top. I will click here and it will move to the top. And the default anchors are with underline, so if I want to remove the underline, what I need to do is test decoration none, and that's it. Table is very much important in the case of web pages. Whenever you want to show some data, tables are required, and tables generally comes with this structure. We have a table, a larger structure table. It contains TRs, table rows, several table rows. A first table row contains the TH, table headings, and the subsequent ones contains the table data. Okay, so sometimes table can have caption also, but it is not necessary. So you can see border 1 pixel solid black, style is like this. Another thing is lists. So you can have order list or unordered list. Order list is OL and unordered list is UL, and there are certain types of list styles, like they can start with Roman numbers or ABC in case of order list, or in case of unordered list the list can start with bullets or circle or squares. So to set this up, you need to have list style type square like this, or circle, or disk. So, and the list elements are written like this. List LI stands for list item, and I will show you everything in the output. So, and the main very important tag here is div. So what div does is it creates a block, and that's the most important part in case of websites, web pages. And margin auto, what it does is automatically finds the margin, centers around the parent. Okay, so it is very important line also. Okay, we can write colors like this also, RGB, not necessary the name, and it defines the redness, the greenness and blueness. Okay, and height is equal to 500 pixel. It just defines that the height of this div is 500 pixel, and this is our new construct. So if you want to write rupees, Indian rupees, then this is the code you need to write. These types of code generally start with ampersand and end with semicolon, and they have some kind of IDs. Okay, iframe is important tag also. Whenever you need to show some part of another web page in your web page, then you need to have iframes, and I will show you how to include a YouTube page into iframe. Another most important thing for the websites is forms. So the backend is actually necessary. mostly because of the forms. Everything from sign up to login is through these forms. So form action. So form must have some area which is handling this form, which is handling the validation of the form and also storing these values provided by the user or checking these values. So the action attribute defined is whatever page is here, the output of everything goes to this page, and this is actually a PHP or Python backend page to render our form. Method is get or post. So these are different types of method by which our data is sent to these pages. Form has certain field set. So if you include field set, if you include everything in the field set, then a rectangular area will cover whole form. Legend creates a nice heading for the form. Okay, so now you can see it is the element. So a form element is generally input element. So you can see it is input. So input type is equal to text. So input have several types. So you can, text means you can write here, and you must provide a name. Name is must not for front end but for back end. So if you are not providing name here, it is fine for front end. You can see everything, but you cannot use it at the back end. So you must have name in order to use it later. Okay. Another thing is radio button. That means you have to select one option out of several options. So what you need to do is type radio. So type of every option is radio, and name must also be same to signify this, that okay, these are the options for which we have one answer, and everyone must have a value attributes also. Okay, and checked is equal to checked means this particular value is currently user. Another thing is selection. Selection is actually a drop down menu, drop down list. So it starts with a select tag, and it contains, select tag contains several other option. Okay, what I did here is actually I need to put it here. So this is a select tag. Name is equal to select, so it must also have a name just for backend, and size equal to 2 means currently only 2 of the values, 2 of the option will be shown to user. Rest all can be found using the scroll. Multiple tells that you can have multiple values selected at the same time. Okay, and each option is given as follows: option, values, and this value will be seen to the computer or backend. This value will be shown to the user. Okay, this is also required only for backend. Text area, name is equal to detail, rows. So this is a text area. Large piece, whenever this area is used when long paragraphs are needed to be written. Okay. Input can be of several other types like date, time, number, search, and it has other attributes like the bounds, minimum, maximum, or the steps in which the values can be chosen, and also the current value. Okay. At the last, every form must have a submit button. So it is, you can see, but it is here. You can have submit button anywhere, but it is suitable to have submit at the last. So input type is equal to submit, value is equal to submit. This type is equal to submit will create a submit button. Value is equal to submit will write submit on the top of the submit button. Okay. And this is the iframe. This is the frame which shows YouTube page. So the iframe, I have provided some width, and source is this YouTube page, YouTube video page. So now I will show you the web page. It is not nice looking, very nice, but you can see several features here in the web. So this is the H1, this is the modified H1, S3, this is some B along with some BR, this is paragraph, HR, this is the link for Google. Okay, currently it is not one. Okay, this is template because I don't have image, so it is the, you can see tooltip. This is the unorganized paragraph. This was the unorganized paragraph, but it organized automatically because it was in p tag and it is in pre tag, and that's why you can see it here. You can see here different types of formatting: bold, important, or italic, emphasized, marked. And this is the border. This is the reverse of a normal string. So direction R2L can do it easily. Bidirectional override. This is the anchor tag without underline, and it will take us to top. Okay, and this is just a random caption for caption, and this is our table name and the profession, and this is our list with a square. This is our div, and you can see the rupee sign here. This is our label. Field set is created, and you can put in name here, and the year is automatically selected. This was checked automatically. You can change it. Selection only showing 2, but you can select, you can change it. And by typing control you can select multiple also, because multiple is allowed. This is our text area. You can increase the size also.